Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? The improvisation show, which you haven't seen it before, is the very best programme on the television. Well, if you have seen it before, you know it's one where I start off with a very big lie. And featuring tonight, we have a man of 1,000 voices, all of them the same, Stephen Frost. Then a man of 1,000 faces, very few of them human, Colin Mochrie. Then a man of $1,000, all of them travel expenses, Brad Sherwood. And finally, a man of 1,000 appearances in this programme, Ryan Stiles. Gentlemen, our contestants. The very first game we're going to play tonight is called Superheroes. This is for all 4 contestants. Going to start with Colin, though, and the audience and I will decide what sort of superhero Colin is. He'll decide who the next person on will be, what sort of superhero that'll be, and so on down the line till we've got them all on in the order of Ryan, Brad and Stephen. So, first of all, though, what sort of superhero do you think Colin would make? We've got Impotent Man or Constipation Man. Anything a little bit more elevated than that, but... No hair man. I don't find that as especially funny. Let's go with Constipation Man. So that's not something I suffer from particularly. Constipation Man. Now, what is the problem he's dealing with?
Wife trouble.
Wife trouble. I'm a bit young to realise that's women and wives are causing trouble the world over. And you, Constipation Man, are going to solve it with the help of your other superhero friends. Take it away, Colin.
I've got to relax. I'm pushing all my hair out. Oh, just a little relief. That's all. What's this on the monitor? Oh, my job's half done here. It seems like women and wives are causing problems all over the globe. If only my super friends were here.
Sorry I'm late. I had to sneak out the back of the house. The wife's a bit...
I understand. Oh, thank God you're here. Embarrassed about your erection, boy.
My God!
Women and wives everywhere are causing problems.
I wonder what their problem is.
Sorry I'm late, but I was at your house.
Captain Menu!
Can I tell you about the specials?
What? Sorry about that.
Careful, that's the special of the day.
Really?
Step aside, care for some soup?
No.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I had trouble with my shoelaces. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
Ah, Captain Crotch Grabber.
How you doing?
What's up here?
What is going on? I'm gonna get thankful. I'm gonna cripple this clutch on the ground. Good luck with the problem. I'll see you later.
I love when he comes over. Care to see the wine list?
No, thanks.
All right, well, I've got to go. A la carte.
All right.
I gotta go put this to good use.
Okay. Well, Colin's leading by a short head, but Ryan's leading by a longer something else. As we go on to a game called Let's Make a Date. This is for all 4 contestants, but it's going to feature Brad Sherwood as a contestant on a sort of dating game, or television game, and he's got to pick from the 3 others who he'd like to go out on a date with. But they're not just be playing themselves. Each of them has been given a strange character. And the idea here, Brad, is you have to work out A, who is the best person you're going to date with, which should be hard, and B, what character they have, which might be a little bit easier, I don't know. Anyway, where you go.
Contestant number 1, how would you show me a good time on a date?
Look, first of all, you'd have to find me. You see, I'm down here.
Oh.
Down here.
All right. Contestant number 2, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for a date?
Well, we went out for this lovely 10-course dinner. Starting off with some snail. And then...
I'll come back to you, contestant number 2. Contestant number 3.
Yes.
How would you woo me?
Well, I'd probably take you out for a drive in my new Volvo.
Cheeky. Contestant number 1. I need need some guy who won't treat me wrong.
Well, all you'd have to do was kiss me Blarney Stone and everything would be all right.
Okay.
That's what we call it where I come from.
Strange, but sounds pretty lucky. Number 2.
yes.
How would you dazzle me on a wild European tour?
Well. Sorry.
That's good luck. That's good luck.
That's crappy.
What is wrong with you?
Contestant number 3.
Yes.
What's a secret about yourself that nobody knows?
Well, I used to be a woman. I wasn't really. What is your...
Okay, Brad, have you got any idea who these are?
Yes, I do.
All right.
He is a leprechaun.
Well done. Yes, well done. That's the
I believe Colin has some sort of food poisoning, botulism.
Yeah, that's okay. It's
Nauseous?
becoming increasingly ill. A bit too medical there, but I think you've got the gist of it, yes.
And Ryan is a part stand-up comic, part gynecologist.
That's fair. That's fairly close. He's kind of hates people not finding him hilarious, so playing himself, really. So anyway, well done. Well done. That's a reasonable... I need hardly say that Colin's gone into the lead then, because he hasn't. So as we go into a game called Secret, this is for Ryan and Colin, and what are they going to be doing? They are playing the Lone Ranger and Tonto. But the strange thing about this scene is there is a secret, which will be revealed at about 20 seconds into the improvisation. And what the audience has to do, if you would, is to suggest where the secret may be hidden.
Gun holster. Under his hat. Up his nose.
I think in the gun holster is the least sort of controversial of those. So there's a secret hidden in a gun holster. We join the scene 20 or 30 seconds before that secret is revealed. Then Ranger and Tonto.
Buffalo come.
You didn't really have to put your ear in it to know that.
Me know that, Kimosabi. But me like work with you. Me no want you get other Indian.
You're my trusted companion, Tonto.
Me know, Kimosabi.
You know, they say the Guango gang are causing havoc in this western area.
You hear that from Silver, Kimosabi?
He's a horse. He doesn't talk.
He talked to me, Kimosabi.
Does he?
He told me all about you.
He lies! Horses lie!
He say you heavy and butt sweaty.
Say, you're missing a gun, trusted friend.
Oh, me find later.
Oh, if we're gonna meet the enemy, you're gonna have
No.
take one of mine.
No, me okay.
There seems to
Me
be
all right,
something
Kimosabi. Me all...
What the?
Cocktail olives, King Osabi.
What's the meaning of this, Tonto?
You mean more to me than partner. Me think we might have drink together. This side, small onion.
Anything to drink?
No. Well, no.
Tonto, you know I trust you with my life, but there can never be anything more than me and you as my trusted friend. That's all. That's
We
all.
give life for you. When bad men run out of bullet and throw gun, they hit Tonto, not you. Hit Tonto stickhead in way.
That's pretty stupid, though, don't you think, young friend? It's best to hide behind a rock. I was about to do the same thing. If you hadn't stuck your head in the way, we would have been safe.
Don't tell me what to do. Me say, don't tell me what to do.
Wait a minute. What's this makeup?
Hello, Gav.
Tonto! I'm guessing you're from England.
Hopefully I can carry that off, yes.
But why the getup?
But I knew you would never ride with Englishmen. You'd have to use a different saddle. And I knew that wouldn't suit the Great Ranger at all.
Oh, what is your real name?
Lord Pigley.
Okay, well, later on Later on, we're doing a survey to discover which is least convincing, Ryan's English accent or Ryan's Tonto accent. But very good, Ryan. You're going to lead with that one. As we come on to foreign film dub, this is for Brad and Colin. They're going to come on down. They're going to act out a film in a foreign language. We'll select the language in just a minute, but the other two will translate for them so we don't get left out. Now, what sort of language would you like this done in? Polish. There's somebody very keen on Polish, so let's hope that Polish works all right. And so what's the title? It's an epic film, The Return of the... Return of the Killer Tomatoes. That's about as good as it gets, I think. The Return of the Killer Tomatoes in Polish, please. I think that is actually a film, but try and make up a new version of it. Away you go.
You know, I can't remember. How many of us does it take to change a light bulb?
Never mind that, I'm pissed.
It's a book.
Where have all the cabbages gone?
I gave them to Susan as an engagement present.
Susan with the big tits?
I wish I had seen that Susan first.
Am I going mad or are they killer tomatoes?
My God, I haven't seen those since I was a young boy, growing up in the northern part of the country, raised by my mother and father years ago, where wolves raised me and I sucked on their chilies every night to get the milk that gave me nourishment to grow into a large man.
Pardon?
It's not important, we must stop the tomatoes.
You attack them with the cucumbers, I'll take them out with the tin opener.
Spelt them all!
Kill them all! Kill them all!
Susan!
Hey, they like us!
You're a very attractive man.
Okay, so we've got to end there. I'll just tell you the scores are really, really exciting. But then I don't have much of a life, so this makes me entertained. Let's do a game of props now. Ryan and Brad, here's a prop for you. I've had a pair of props, and you have to come up with many different ways of using it. Well, I wish a member of the audience brought that to the recording, but thank you anyway. And the other pairing, you have to do that. Many different ways of using that. I'll buzz between the two pairings as the show progresses. As soon as I get the idea of what you're doing, away you go, Ryan and Brad.
I've never seen one like this before, but I'll see if I can get a tune out of it.
I said, get the martini glass out of my mouth.
Should I be waking up during the operation?
Did you tell Mr. Jagger his lip gloss is here?
I'm one of the shiny butt baboons.
Now, you just follow the M15.
Will you hand me my saline solution?
I sentence you to 40 years. You ever lassoed a steer before?
Wait a minute, it's in knots.
Put in your diaphragm.
On my planet, we have many wives.
Okay, that's in there. Thank you very much. Well done. Excellent. That puts Colin into a shock 1-point lead as we go on to a game called Song Stiles. This will be done with Brad Sherwood, with the assistance of Richard Ranch at the piano. And what's going to happen here is that Brad is going to make up a song on the spot about somebody here in the studio audience. So, does anyone like to have a love song made up about... Oh, yes, there's a volunteer already, very enthusiastic. Well, first of all, can you say what your name is, please?
Angela.
Angela.
That's a good rhyming name.
Very, very. So many words rhyme with Angela. And what's your job or something about you? Have you got a job or an occupation? You work in a video shop. That's fair enough. We like video and TV. That's it. Work in a video shop. So can you make up a love song about Angela from the video shop? A nice song, a love song you might get at the end of a musical, you know, a musical number, nice upbeat, jolly song about Angela. Where you go.
I went to the video store to meet Angie. We were gonna go on a rafting trip down the Ganges. I started singing this little song, and she said, why don't we bring some porno videos along? I said, hey there, Angie, that would be kind of callous. She said, let's bring some naked Spice Girls and Debbie Does Dallas. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of guy. She said, well, I also have some gay videos to give those a try.
All right. 50 points there to you, Brad, 60 to Richard, 90 to Angela. And that was very good insight into what comes up in your mind when you say video store, but there it is. Now, let's do film dub. This is for Ryan, Stephen and Colin. If you'd like to come on down to where they can see the monitor, and they have to add a new soundtrack to a piece of film from which the original soundtrack has been removed. I'd like to give you the story to add to this, which is At the Barber's. The film, or video as I was going to call it, is going to start any moment now.
There's the barber.
Melvin.
Well, hey, you, barber, my friend needs a haircut.
I could fix it for you.
Look, I'm just here to deliver some food. And then I'm on my way, but
Now, you've got to clip every trip before you go out. Don't forget Melvin.
if you're such a good barber, why is your hair so long?
Yes, why is that? Why? Why is that? Why?
Because Melvin.
You should try giving your eyebrows a trim.
I will fix it for you. For both your legs to be broken. You can take that down.
I can't do everything you're going to do.
Hey, is this included in the haircut? Here we go! Everybody!
This is the worst date I've ever had.
Hey,
look at my scissors!
Very strange. Well, you're all equal there, but on public acclamation, I have to give that to Stephen for his interesting Jimmy Savile impression. OK, let's go on to a game called Sports Commentators. This is going to feature Ryan and Colin acting out a little scene, and while they're doing it, Stephen and Brad will be sitting on some stools and being sports commentators, commentating on what they're doing. And what they're doing, you're being barbers. A nostalgic trip this for me. You're competing barbers, sharing the same equipment in a kind of competitive sort of way. And away you go, Brad and Stephen.
Hi, I'm Pink Hardwood.
And I'm Timmy Shagpile.
And it's time once again for the 1997 annual Snip-Offs, featuring the finest of hair cutters in all the world.
And it's a good day for it today. They've cleared the clippings off the floor. Still a lot of Brill cream about from last night's preliminaries.
Quite a row during the styling sessions.
Certainly was. Oh, he's taking the spray. He's taking the spray.
Oh,
and
yes.
He doesn't like that.
I can't believe the foul play has started so soon in the match.
Well, the umpire should have seen that.
Oh, he should have seen that.
He's got the hairspray in the eyes.
I think he was looking at the hairdryer at the time, and he missed the whole thing. Oh, that's going to cost points to Ryan. Oh, yeah.
It's the cutthroat razor.
Oh.
Now, he's done that before. He did that last year in the semi-finals.
Well, he is the Demon Barber of Fleet Street.
So they say. That now he's put the styptic pencil on himself and he's stitching as he plays. That's the one great thing about him. He can stitch and play.
I don't think that's the last thing Ryan did. Oh, my goodness. Oh.
Now, is that a number one or a number two? I can't see. Is that a number one or a number two?
It's definitely number one because it took off the top layer of his scalp.
That's a number one. That's surely going to win it for him. He's got the hot towel, not the hot towel. Now, Ryan should have seen that coming. He should have seen that coming because he's done that before.
That's going to hurt. I saw that in Helsinki in 1907.
I remember that one.
I'm very old. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's actually disemboweling him. I haven't ever seen that.
But he did put shaving foam on first, which is courteous of him, if a little violent.
He's making a shaving cream mountain. I hate to see this kind of sportsmanship.
Oh, tough blood! Oh. He walked into that one.
Oh.
He walked straight.
This is a crowd of me.
Okay, let's leave it there. Thank you very much. The old art of miming slapstick has come back to Whose Lines It Anyway for 47 points. As we go on to Hoedown, this is a game for all four contestants, and I can hear them really looking forward to it. If you come on down, they have to make up a hoedown on the spot. Hoedown is a song in that form with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. Now, something do you get angry about? That'll be the top.
Barristers!
Barristers. Okay. That's fine. Barristers and lawyers generally, we just expand it to include terms familiar at both sides of the Atlantic. And take it away, Richard.
I was in the courtroom just the other day, and the jury, I began to sway. I was doing my final speech, it was going really well, when the judge fell asleep. Bloody hell!
I'm a lawyer and I needed to hire an assistant. I saw a girl outside and she was awfully persistent. She came in and told me all her legal beliefs. Later on I fell asleep and she went through my briefs.
Lawyers sue for everything, it really makes no sense. I just got a suit against me because of impotence. I really thought it was awful, I felt like such a bad sport, but luckily they couldn't make it stand up in court.
I made a big mistake and I stole the car. Cops pulled me over before I got too far. I know I'll get convicted and go to the pen, 'cause I'm being represented by Clive Anderson.
Very good head-on, very good game to end the show with, and totaling out the points, I see we have joint winners this week of Ryan and Stephen, so well done, Ryan and Stephen. The prize for winning is you have to read the credits in a style of my choosing, and you're two construction workers on a scaffolding, and you've got to read the credits in that style. Just remains me to thank Stephen Frost, Colin Mochrie, Brad Sherwood, and Ryan Stiles. Richard Branch to the piano. Richard Branch. Good night. Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the improvisation programme which takes the literary, the theatrical and the cinematic heritage of the English-speaking world and turns into half an hour of dodgy jokes. Featuring tonight from the west coast of America, though frequently going beyond the pale, the spectacular Greg Proops. Then from the cast of Cheers, but tonight definitely going beyond the norm, the charming George Wendt. Then originally from Canada, but now as British as Greg Rudetsky's passport, the celebrated Colin Mochrie, and finally from somewhere halfway up the Rocky Mountains, the sensational Ryan Stiles. Okay, now, let's... settle down. I haven't done anything yet. Let's do the first game tonight, and that's film and theatre styles for Greg and Colin. If you'd like to come on down. They're going to act out a little scene, which I'll give them in just a moment, but they have to break into a variety of film and theatre styles, as suggested by our studio audience. Has anyone got any favourite film styles, theatre styles?
Three Stooges.
What was that, the goodies?
Three Stooges.
Oh, the Three Stooges, sorry.
Three Stooges.
I'm sorry, madam, the improviser's not supposed to make fun of the audience. Anyway, the Three Stooges, and... sorry? What's that? West Side Story. Oh, right. Australian soaps. Woody Allen. Braveheart. You're getting very specific. There's more styles. What was that? Greek tragedy. I generally throw that in because they can't do it. So it's a... OK, let's move along. We've got loads there. And Oh, this is sort of like gremlins. Colin has a pet gremlin called Greg. But he forgot to heed the warning to keep him away from water. That's your scene. Very straightforward. I'll throw in some easier styles as we go along.
Righty-ho, Mr. A.
OK, Mr. P.
Grimly? What were you doing in the shower?
Getting wet.
Stand back, I have my gremlin repellent spray.
Not talcum powder.
Yes.
Do it something Scottish, like Braveheart or something like that.
Well, you can deny me out, but you'll never take away my freedom. I'm a Scottish gremlin, so don't expect me to buy the drinks.
Oh, didn't give me that rubbish yet, wee blarney bucky nucky fucky.
Did you call me a wee blarney bucky nucky fucky?
And I'd say, och.
OK. A very good shirt for this, but I'm not sure the accent's very convincing. Let's do an Australian soap opera while you're doing accents.
You've gabbed all over me, mate.
Oh, hi, I did.
Now you're gabbing all over yourself.
Oh, I hate being down under.
Dad, I cannot.
Oh, we gotta stop you from being a nasty gremlin. Oh, hi.
Why have the Scots invaded Australia?
I'll be a gremlin if I want.
Wait a minute. Woody Allen.
You see, if I get wet, it creates a situation. Really unseemly, and I don't, because you're very large with the chestal areas, and I can't. I'm gonna go now, because there's a lady gremlin, and her thing is up, and I gotta go in before...
Oh, you're no going anywhere!
OK, listen, thank you, well done. Yes, indeed. Yes, very good. Very good. Not unlucky week there, because Colin's trying to prove his British nationality, or birthplace in Scotland of his great-great-grandfather. But they won't convince him of the passport office with that. As we go on to a game called Old Job, New Job. This is for Greg, George, and then Ryan. So, Greg and George, you're going to be start improvising a scene. George, you're taking your wife, who is played by Greg, out to a restaurant, and Ryan is the waiter. What could be simpler? Well, the only thing is the waiter used to be a drugs squad officer, drugs squad cop, and he has to bring some of that in the way that he waits on table. So away you go, just have your scene with the two of you.
This is a lovely place.
Thank you. I hope you don't mind. It's a stand-up oyster bar.
Oh, no. I mean, after all, it's only our 10th anniversary.
Yeah, but I know you love oysters.
I really do. And you're gonna love them too later.
Can I get your table? How about a table? Up against the wall! Up against the wall!
Hey!
Hey!
Up against the
Easy,
wall!
fella.
Fine.
Smoking or non-smoking?
I'm smoking right now, baby.
Hey! Your eyes are about to fall right out of your head. What kind of waiter are you? You're a madman.
I'm sorry, I gotta...
Spit it out.
Spit it out! Spit it out! Here's your menu. Here's yours.
Thank you.
Now, why don't you have a seat right here? Who told you about this place?
I'm taking my purse and I'm leaving.
No, you're not. Let's see what's in that purse.
Hey!
What do you call that?
A mirror!
That's right, a mirror. And what do you use that for?
Makeup!
Right. And what's this? A little bit of powder?
Yes!
What's that for?
Makeup?
You might want to use it.
I've never been so violated in all my life.
I've had just about enough
Yeah,
here.
you
and,
sort him out.
You've
Really?
lost
Let me call another waiter. I've got problems here. Table 3. Table 3, come on in. I've got problems here.
Okay, thank you very much. That's much like dig of that. Well done. Oh, thank you. I'll take Opportunity to plant some points on Ryan there as we go into a game called Let's Make a Date. This is going to feature everybody, but it will specifically feature Greg Proops appearing on a dating programme, and he has to decide which of the other three he wants to go out on a date with, which will be hard enough, you might think. But in addition to that, they're playing different characters, and he has to work out which characters they are doing. Away you go, Greg.
Right. Hi, contestant number 1.
Hi.
I love outer space. If I were a planet, how would you probe me?
Yeah, well, I'd have to get a soil sample first.
Okay. Number 2. Hi.
Bonjour.
Ooh, bonjour. Enchanté.
Yes.
I love visiting foreign countries. If you were going to take us someplace special on our date, where would you take us?
Oh, I would take you many places. Where you wonder? Well, I don't know.
Oh, hi.
Contestant number 3. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How you going?
Good, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Bad.
What?
Terrible. Good.
Bad?
No, fine.
Okay.
Come on.
Hi. All right. I enjoy clothing.
Who doesn't? I don't.
If you were going to take me shopping, where would we go?
I'd probably take you to some sort of mall where we could just pick up stuff that we didn't really care about.
Fine. Contestant number 1.
Yeah.
I grew up on a farm.
Yeah.
Do you like the outdoor country life?
You know, I'm afraid it's going to take like 3 months longer and cost about 5 times as much to enjoy that country life than we had originally, had planned.
All right, I can wait. Contestant number 2.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Mamma mia.
Yeah. Listen, I like roller skating and rollerblading. What kind of sports activities do you enjoy?
I like all kinds of slow sports.
Oh, hi. Cool. Number 3. I'm not very aggressive. Do you enjoy fighting, or are you a kind of a nice person?
I guess I enjoy fighting. I enjoy it once.
Go to somebody else.
Okay, Greg, these are, I have to say, virtually impossible, but what is your guess on these?
You'd have to say they're virtually
would.
impossible.
I'm going to say it when you get them wrong. But,
All right.
Maybe
I'm
get them
over
right.
here. If I had a buzzer, I'd say it too.
Yeah.
George is a mechanic, someone who ups the price on you all the time. He's
a construction worker kind of person.
Of course
That's
he
it,
is.
yes.
He's a
So
construction worker.
Between the two of us, we've got it. Well done. Colin.
And Colin is someone whose accent is taking a train across Europe. No, he's a seductive European guy.
That's it. That is it.
And Ryan is a schizophrenic. He's mentally ill, and his personality keeps shifting up and down.
Mood swings. Well done. I didn't think you'd get that, but I was determined you would, and I'll give you 1,000,000 points, because my money's on you tonight, as we go on to a game called Foreign Film Dub, and it's for Colin and George. They're going to come on down and improvise a film, really, in a foreign language. And we'll decide which foreign languages that is in for a moment. And the other two, Ryan and Greg, will be translating for them. So which language do you think we should do this in? We're not doing any more Scottish tonight, that's quite Turkish. Turkish is a fairly straightforward language, so Turkish. And we need an epic film title that might fit in with doing it in Turkish. The Return of the... Chicken. The Return of the Chicken. You've had a lot of suggestions in tonight, haven't you? None of them have worked so far, so let's just... OK, The Return of the Chicken, a Turkish film classic, as translated by your colleagues. Take it away.
Have you seen my thigh?
Someday, the chicken will return.
Let's get over there.
It is no use looking in there. That is the cupboard.
I miss the chicken as I miss the hair from my legs.
Yes, get it off. Yes, come back.
Here, share with me a popular Turkish libation I am about to pour.
It smells like goat pee.
You're close. It's chicken juice. I got it on sale. What are you whining about?
Let me get a word in edgewise. Can't you see I'm drinking?
I will yell at the same time as you so as to baffle and perplex you.
Let me teach you a lesson, my friend. I have removed my testicles and they are in my hands.
The scores are level at this moment, though not equal, which is rather strange. As we go into a game called Press Conference, it's for all 4 contestants, but it will be featuring Colin Mochrie as a very important person taking a press conference. The others are journalists, and they're asking him questions, but I'm handing them the information which tells them who Colin is. Colin doesn't know who he is, and he has to work it out just from the way the press conference goes.
Thank you very much for joining me here at this important press announcement. Please feel free to ask me anything. Yes, sir.
Where did this happen?
It happened outside a small newspaper shop in Surrey. Yeah.
Were you shocked at all?
Shocked. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't expect that large a crowd. Yes.
Were you impressed or saddened?
You know, it's so hard to say, really. I think a mixture of the both. I was impressed at first and then sad when it was over.
Does size matter?
Size doesn't matter. It's just as long as you go for as long as you can and have a smile at the end.
Will you bring him back for a second term? Or a third?
Or a third or a fourth. As many terms as he wants, because, gosh, he's good. Yes.
How good is he?
Oh, can I tell you? Well, just the fact that the gigantic crowd showed up shows you how good he is. And that was without a net. Yes.
Did you need protective shielding of any kind?
Yes, a large lead condom. Apparently. And a stick. Yes.
Does the First Lady know?
Absolutely not. Hillary doesn't know anything at all about this.
Okay, what is it? What are you? I think you may have been led down a slightly wrong route, but what do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
I had sex with President Clinton in a bunker.
Well, that's very good. That's close enough. I think you... What was it? You slightly exceeded your brief there. It was simply that President Clinton exposed himself to you, but...
and then we had sex.
Yeah. Fair enough. So I don't know if I give you half points or double points there. As we go on to a game called Weird Newscasters. This is a game for all 4 contestants. Now, Greg is the anchorman of a news programme, somewhat hampered by the fact that everybody else on the show is a touch weird. Ryan, you're the co-anchor, and you are constantly moaning about your personal problems. George is the sports presenter, and he gets bizarrely turned on by sport, excessively turned on by sport. Bit of a hamper there. And Colin is the weatherman who always wanted to be a chorus line choreographer. That sounds straightforward enough. There'll be some music to set the scene, and after that, it's in your hands, Greg.
Good evening, everyone. I'm terrifying under the sheets.
And I'm Rand McNally, and my shorts are really tight.
Just in. Martians send probe to Earth. No one notices.
It's probably gonna land near my house. The traffic getting home's gonna be miserable. Get home in time to find my wife having an affair with the mailman.
Sure. And there's mystic Filipino children covering the state of Indiana.
Probably taking jobs from people like me.
Okay. Let's whip it over to sports, shall we? We've got a tremendous weekend of sports lined up for you. George!
Bob, Charles, we've got baseball scores, we've got football scores, we've got basketball, giant basketball players I think it's time we listed penis size in the program.
I don't even want to talk about penis size. Don't even get me into that.
Well, moving right along, let's throw it over to weather. We have got a fantastic night coming up ahead of us, do we not, Colin?
Yes, we do. What kind of weather are we going to have? What kind of weather? What kind of weather? I don't know. Let's take a look. Stretch. It looks like there's going to be clouds. Clouds. And one more time. Cloud and clouds. I love weather. I love weather.
So does that mean we can expect rain tomorrow, Col?
I don't know.
I guess you missed your real calling, huh, Colin?
Is that a normal penis? Is that big
Would you
enough for
stop?
a normal?
Stop it!
Doesn't seem like I got enough.
Put it back. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. We won't be on tomorrow because there's a special... Stop it!
Doesn't look hardly enough for 1 minute.
It's normal if you're not human. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, we won't be back tomorrow night. We preempted with a very special edition of When Marsupials Attack. That's all for the news. Good night.
Okay, well done. And that's, I don't see how you can't award that game to Colin, but there it is. That's what's happened. As we go into a game called Mission Improbable, this is for Colin, Ryan, and Greg. Colin and Ryan will be acting out an everyday scene in due course, but Greg will be the voice on the tape like they used to have on Mission Impossible. So what I want you to do is to give them a mission, something that get them out of the house.
Cleaning the cooker.
You go out of the house to clean the cooker?
Taking the car to the car wash.
Okay, get to the car wash. Okay, that's fair enough. That takes you out of the house, so where you go.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, is it afternoon already?
Well, it's just about.
I guess I misspoke. Well, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
The mission I'm about to give you is one of extreme danger and possible urgency. The Eastern European country of is in grave trouble. The Prime Minister arrives here today, and his car is dirty. Your task, if you decide to accept it, is to take the car to the car wash and have it washed. Remember, if you are caught or killed, that's your tough shit. I'm not done yet. Remember, if either of you are to die, please leave me your stuff in your will. Good luck, gentlemen. This tape will self-destruct faster than you think. Kidding.
This is our hardest mission yet.
Look, if one of us doesn't come back, I hope it's you.
I only have one thing to say. Let's go.
We gotta get out the door somehow. Out to the front drive.
No, they'll be expecting that. Right. Let's go down the window. Put on the big puffy shoes.
Right. What's the purpose of this?
When we jump, we'll bounce a little, not break our knees.
Right.
I guess first floor, we didn't really have to put the shoes on.
There it is.
My God, it's a mess.
You want to drive? Well, that is if we can find the door.
Wait, I got my electronic door finder. It's that thing with the knob.
Right. I'll turn off the alarm.
Is it on or off?
I don't know. I've pressed it so many times. Red button, green button, red button, green button.
I'm gonna try opening. Get behind my body.
Careful, careful. Get in.
Wait a minute. We better pretend we're in England.
There's 2 steering wheels in here. Hey, we could pretend it's a driver's training course.
Yes!
In England.
I don't know what to do.
Steer with me, steer with me. With me. Okay, act casual. My God, what are these devices? Baseball hats. That ought to keep terrorists away.
But you press these buttons, and a cricket match comes on the front part. It bores the terrorists, and then you can take their stuff away. We haven't got time. That could take days. My God, look at the size of that. We better stop here and push the car the rest of the way. Right. Don't ask me why.
All right. There's a chance we might get wet in there. There's a chance we might not be able to breathe. Put this on. You look good.
But I'm not gonna breathe thing.
You just look good in that.
Watch out for the brushes!
Okay, thank you. That was well done. That's it. Finished. Well, you get. That's a bizarre ending there, but it's the last game, and well, adding other points, I see I can't distinguish anybody tonight. You're all winners. You're all equal. You're all winners. All losers. And you have to play the part of a complete family on a holiday sending back video messages to home. And let me just thank Greg Proops, George Wendt, Colin Mochrie, Ryan Stiles, me, Clive Anderson. Good night. Good night. Okay. Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway? The programme which puts the performers on the spot, puts the audience in command and keeps me in a job. Well, just about. And it features tonight the return of America's premier improviser, the indescribable Greg Proops, plus the surprise return of Britain's premier impressionist, the inimitable Rory Bremner, and the welcome return to civilization of Canada's premier animal impersonator, the incredible Colin Mochrie, and finally the welcome re-return of the world's Premier League competitor on this show, the immeasurable Ryan Stiles. Ladies and gentlemen, the contestants. Oh, yes. The first game we're going to start with tonight is Film and Theatre Styles with Ryan and Greg. If they come on down, I'm just going to give them a little scene to do in just a moment, but they have, in the course of it, to break into some film and theatre styles, as suggested now by the members of the studio audience. No good shouting out if you're home watching on television. It's got to be here, because I can't hear. So, anybody film and theatre styles?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, that is a director, so that would be OK. Woody Allen.
Scorsese.
Kabuki, Scorsese.
Sex education video.
Right. Is that an audio placing, or are you just... You've seen a few of those, haven't you? I can tell by the way you're squinting. So, sex education video. Great. Any more?
River dance.
River dance. Why does that always get a laugh? Well, you just have to show... Oh, I'd like to see that. Yes, we'll get breaking into river dance, I can be sure. Two scientists about to shrink themselves down to go into somebody's body. That is the scene, a familiar scene from all dramas. I'll give you some styles selected from those ones in a moment.
All right, Dr. Stiles, which end would you like to enter?
I think I'm going to go through the mouth. I've shrunk our clothes already, so
Perfect.
We'll be ready when we get down to that size. Look, Greg, I want you to know if both of us don't come back, I've really enjoyed working beside you.
And I'd like you to know that if I die, I want you to kill everyone I hated when I was alive.
You can count on me, my friend.
All right.
Step into the chamber.
Woody Allen.
Perfect. I'm going to shrink myself to go inside with Himmler.
I don't know, Greg, I've just got a bad feeling about this, that's all.
You get a bad feeling. The last time I was this small, I was with my ex-wife.
OK, sex education video.
Before we step into the chamber, it's always important to get to know your partner. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi, I'm Greg. This is my body, and this is my penis.
He said yes. Now it's time for a little heavy petting. Not too much, just a little to let him know you like him.
After all, if there's too much petting, we won't be able to shrink in time.
And that's Ryan's idea of heavy petting, is it? Kabuki.
Boy, would I like to go in the chamber with him.
River dance.
It's time to go.
Okay. Wait a minute, I can't go in. I've forgotten my atomic headband. Now I'm uncool from the early 80s. Let's go.
A horror movie.
Something's been in the shrinking chamber before us, Doctor. And my lines are coming out slower and slower.
There's some sort of liquid covering the ground.
It's delicious.
I wouldn't taste it. So...
That puts you in a 5-point lead over each other as we go on to a game called Press Conference. This is for all 4 contestants. I'm going to feature Colin Mochrie as a very important person taking a press conference. The others will be the press. And I'm handing them an envelope which tells the members of the press who Colin Mochrie is, which character he's playing. He doesn't know who he is, but he's going to work it out from the way the questions are asked of him and how he answers them. Or if he doesn't, he's going to be taken out and shot. So, high stakes on this particular round, but take it away, Colin.
Well, gentlemen of the press, thank you for coming to this hastily called thing. So please, feel free to answer any... Yes.
I'm wondering who was first.
I think it was obvious, quite obvious, from the photo it was me.
Trevor McDonald, ITN, who do you say was the best?
Who was the best? Well, of course, being first isn't always the best. The person who was second was actually the best, yes.
Guy from another country, you don't know me.
Hi.
Yeah. How long did it take?
It took about 15 hours. Although, I did hear of one Mexican who managed to do it in 14 minutes.
Where did all this take place?
It took place in my bedroom. Because I just had it painted, and I felt that was the best place to have it.
Oh. Was anybody watching?
The eyes of the world were upon me! And I welcome the eyes of the world! I had no secrets! Next question!
Jeremy Paxman, Newsnight. So when is the book coming out?
The book will be coming out next week. I was writing as I was doing this. Just to save time. Yes.
Yes. Which one was your favorite out of all of them?
Yeah, I think we all want to know that.
Yeah.
We don't know how to
Well, I would say the one who was the gentlest.
And which one would that be?
Well, of course, that goes without saying. That would be Softy.
Softy?
Softy.
Softy, the gentle elf.
Oh, is that the one with the ears?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you must have a very vague idea by now. Who do you think you are?
I'm a guy.
Yes!
Who had sex with the 7 dwarfs.
Oh, close enough. I'll give it to you there. Yes, well done. I had to cheat there for a bit of excitement. You're somebody who claims you've had sex with every member of the royal family, but the 7 dwarfs have to be. As we go on to sound effects, this is for Colin and Ryan, and Colin's going to, mime an everyday-ish kind of scene, while Ryan will provide the sound effects for him. And the everyday scene is, it's a New York cop who's on patrol in his car, and he gets called out to a drugs bust. Because it is every day in New York, isn't it? So take it away. All right. Well, scores are very interesting, though of course I'm lying. As we go on to the next game, which is the film review, this is for all four contestants. Rory is going to be reviewing a release of a film, and he'll be describing some scenes from it, and the others will be acting out the scenes that he describes. In fact, since he's doing it, he might as well do it in the style of Barry Norman, who is the premier film reviewer in this country, of course. So let's make it a science fiction film.
Attack of the Giant Bananas.
Right, you thought of that on your own, did you? Okay. I don't know. The Attack of the Giant Bananas, as described to us and previewed for us by Barry Norman, and some clips.
Ah, yes, all of which brings us in rather neatly, I thought, to the world of films. Need I say more? No, I needn't. That's never stopped me before. And in a sense, What Are Critics For? The depressing sequel to What Are Critics 3. And so on to this week's film, Attack of the Killer Bananas. Ah, yes, and in a special guest appearance, Ryan Stiles and... Oh, yes, and they don't come much thicker than that. As with all science fiction movies, it begins in the control room at Houston, where something on the screen has gone disastrously wrong.
What's wrong, Smithers?
We've lost contact with the ship, sir. It seemed to just slip away.
What do you mean?
Well, 1 minute it was there, and the next moment it just slipped away.
My God, outside the complex! Giant squished banana!
That must be what I saw up there. I saw a cigar-shaped object, but they're kind of similar, aren't they?
Yes, it's got certain appeal.
Sir.
Yes?
Send me up there in the XK-49. I'll get rid of those bananas.
You fool, we haven't even tested that out yet.
I don't care. Someone's got to save Earth.
Okay.
Ah, yes, sadly, One Turn does deserve a sequel. And later on, of course, how many bananas do we get? 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, quite possibly 4. And when you consider the damage that could be done by 1 banana, think what could be done with the bunch when all the scientists mysteriously transfer themselves into yellow vegetables, or indeed fruit, depending on which takes your fancy. Anyway, here's a scene where they get together. And make a trifle.
Citizens of Earth, remain in your homes. I am the Chief Banana. This is my bunch. We are coming to your planet to take over. There is no hiding. Everyone will slip and fall, and everyone will laugh. There is no use resisting us. We have no seeds. And we are delicious and full of potassium. That is all.
The wonderful Greg Proops literally acting out of his skin there. But how to end the film? Well, of course, you have to call in that great space detective Alec Guinness, here played memorably by Colin Mochrie, who manages to find out exactly what's been going on and solve it within 1 minute.
You do not frighten me. I have seen you and your Oscar. Ha 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 ha.
Sir, he's the Commander Banana. Get rid of him and the rest will go with him.
Use the sauce. The sauce.
Not the sauce.
Look, the banana's split.
Children.
Okay, and I'm afraid all the points have been lost from the first half because of a computer error as we go into the second half. Starting with a game called Secret. This is for Ryan and Colin. I'd like to come on down. They just have to act out a little scene. In fact, you're going to be Esmeralda and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Or Notre Dames, I think you call it, your side of the Atlantic. But there's a secret that's going to be discovered somewhere. Where would you think the secret would be discovered in a film of Hunchback and the Notre Dame? Esmeralda. Sorry? Laundrette. Now, remind me which scene has a laundrette in it?
The bell tower.
The bell tower. I think you're more on the case than the laundrette chapter. So, in the bell, do you think? Yeah. Inside the bell, yeah. So, inside the bell, you've got to discover a secret, and we join the scene 20 seconds, 30 seconds before the secret is discovered. Away you go.
Ding, ding, bong, ding, 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 dong, dong, ding, ding.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you, Quasi?
I still feel ugly.
You're not. You're not. There's beauty deep inside of you.
Then kiss me.
Come on now. Get serious.
If I'm not that ugly, pucker up. Give me one.
No,
come on. No, he's telling me I'm not ugly.
No,
That's all.
look.
Come on, little nookie.
No, cold sore, cold sore.
Cold sore. Get away from me.
Gee, it must be interesting ringing that bell all day long.
Yeah, it's a specialty job. Only I can do it.
Really? What's inside of it?
Nothing. Just a big ball that hits inside of it.
You hunchbacks are so secretive.
Well, we're not really just...
I just wanted to see
what's... Don't go to the bell. Oh.
A tuba.
Yeah. I get tired of ringing the bell all the time. I just didn't think the bell impressed you anymore. I thought a little tuba might turn you on.
Quasimodo, I can never love a man who plays a tuba. My mother was killed in a tuba accident.
I didn't know.
She was walking under the tuba cathedral when a juggling trick went horribly wrong.
That's her. This is me. Let me try.
Can you play the music of the night?
Can I? Help me with this.
All right. Stop! No desire burst through my loins like something bursting.
You don't like my tuba?
I love the tuba. It's just you.
Oh.
Perhaps if you were handsome, perhaps if I was a deeper person, I could overlook your deformity and your extreme ugliness and
Wait. Let me try something.
All right.
There were fears that Walt Disney might ruin that story, but in fact, you two did. So well done. As we go on to a game called Picture. And this is for all 4 contestants, and all they have to do is to go over to the other side of the studio, and there we've got a magnificent photograph, or picture of some sort, and holes have been cut where the heads ought to be, and you put your heads in. That's it. Who knows what that is? No. Just insert your head in the appropriate holes.
How do you like the size of my vine?
It's One Day in the Jungle is the scene you've got to
Oh, no,
improvise there.
thanks. I'll do the joke over again to less laughter this time.
Where you go, Greg.
Thank you. Well, who's next to grab my vine?
Do you mind if I call you Bright Eyes?
You're getting fleas all over me, you monkey.
Didn't expect a talking monkey, did ya?
I have a cramp. I have a cramp.
Here, let me hold it for you.
Jane, you slut.
You think a cramp is bad? My butt's right above your head.
It's not so good next to Greg's armpit.
I told you not to eat those green bananas, Cheetah.
Stop it! Stop it!
Very much. That's as good as that's getting, I feel. Okay. And that puts Greg clearly in the lead. And if he doesn't win tonight, I'm a monkey's uncle. As we go on to a game called Puzzle Quirks. And this is going to feature Greg Proops, the host of the party. All the others are guests of the party. For each of the guests has been allocated a strange way of behaving, a quirk. They're getting those by looking at the envelopes in front of them. Greg doesn't know what the others have been given. He has to work that out from the way they improvise the scene. And they're going to be coming on in the order of Rory, Colin, and then Ryan. I'll make a doorbell noise to indicate when they got to the doorbell. Greg, I can see, has got the party under full
Yes, it's
swing.
a move gradually to your right, party.
All right. Bit like the Labour Party, then, as we go...
You sly raccoon! Oh, good. I'm near the door. Hi, Rory. Come on in.
Hi, Greg. Sorry I'm late. Would you believe Giggsy got an equaliser last minute, goes to penalty shootout. Where's the totty? Where's the totty?
The totty comes later.
Well,
but would you like some... Hi, Colin.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Wah, wah.
Hey, stop that! Hey, Colin, you want a straw or something? You're trapped in a submarine. Now get out of here.
Well done.
Do you want to look at the sun? Here's page 3.
No, well, actually, I'll wait for the real live ones to turn up.
Soon.
Hi, Greg.
Ryan.
Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I didn't know if you wanted a passport or not.
Well, gee, thanks. I have a passport
Okay.
already.
Oh, drinks.
Hey, don't drink it all.
Oh, sorry.
Greg, I'd like to meet your friend. He's dead sexy.
Yeah, I think I can introduce you to him. He's smuggling exotic animals illegally
Yes, well done, he is.
in his trousers for some reason. Listen, I have to be honest with you. I didn't invite any chicks tonight, man. It's just going to be guys.
Look, I've been commentating for 40 years and I've not scored once yet.
Oh.
Just for once, on one occasion.
He's a femme. Des Lyman? Who is he?
He's John Motson. Well done.
Of course
yes.
he is. He's Don Motson. Tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue.
And a very good impression there, but unfortunately, I don't think Greg follows football quite as closely as the rest of us. Anyway, so all equal points there. And let's go on to the hoedown. So come on down for all 4 contestants. And they have to make up a song on the spot in the form of a hoedown with the assistance of Richard Branch at the piano. Now, what I'd like to do, get somebody in the audience suggest something that gets you excited. Custard. Any more? So a little bit wider, and they've got to get 4 verses out of this. Winning the lottery. Well, that's fine, and that's a perfect one, that. Yes, we might even get the contract for the lottery show if we do it well. There's a thought. So the lottery, National Lottery, winning that, take it away. Richard, starting with Greg going down. Ryan, take it away.
Oh, I love the lottery. It makes me so excited. And if I were to win it, I'm sure I'd be delighted. But every time I go to the shop, it is just a drag. I see the shopkeeper and I have to give him a shag. So I get excited.
I just won the lottery, my lucky number 6. Having won the lottery, I'm gonna pick up loads of chicks. I'm gonna take them out and take them for dining, and then I'll have fun with them all. I can't wait to see the smile on their face when I see my bonus ball.
If I win the lottery, I'd be one happy clown. Cause then I would hire someone to do this whole down. So if what I say isn't funny and you're vexed, don't worry, cause Ryan's coming up with funny. He's next.
I hope to win the lottery with a lot of luck. Boy, when I go crazy, I'd probably even... I wouldn't change it all. I'd keep my same old life. Sure, I'd go to the whorehouse and maybe kick out my wife. Kick out my wife.
In fact, well, very well done. In fact, you're also good tonight. In fact, we've got 4 joint winners this week, so well done, all of you. Well done. Okay. This is what my producer insists on. What you've got to do is you've got to play yourselves at the after-show party, except for Rory, who's going to be playing me. So it just remains for me to thank Greg Proops, Rory Bremner, Colin Mochrie, Ryan Stiles, Richard Branch at the pianos, me, Clive Anderson. Good night. Good night.